Worst of the Rocky series. There is some silliness in this movie. Some of the dialogue that Clubber Lang has is a little cheesy, but there is still some really good drama in this movie. The stuff with Rocky and Mickey was done really well, leading up to a very emotional scene. I also love the stuff with Apollo Creed training Rocky for the final fight of the movie. This movie is good despite being cheesy. But you know what? While the film is cheesy, it's still entertaining to watch. Sylvester Stallone once again gives a really good performance as Rocky. Dolph Lundgren was also good as Ivan Drago. The scene with Apollo Creed dancing to Living in America was cheesy, but it was also very fun. There's also an incredible cameo from someone that I didn't expect to show up. This movie also has a fantastic soundtrack with the song Hearts on Fire, which is used very well during the training montage scenes. Creed 3 is a worthy sequel to Creed 1 and 2. Michael B. Jordan, as usual, gives an amazing performance. Tessa Thompson is terrific as Bianca. Jonathan Majors gives an excellent performance, and it's not just his performance that is good, his character as a villain is very sympathetic and you understand where he's coming from. The movie is very well directed by Michael B. Jordan, and the fight scenes are well done. There were also some good dramatic moments in the movie that worked for me personally. Rocky 2 is a solid sequel to the first one. Sylvester Stallone once again gives a really good performance as Rocky Balboa. The love story between Rocky and Adrian was definitely a strong point in the movie. There was also some really good dramatic tension between Rocky and Mickey. The eventual rematch fight with Rocky and Apollo Creed was very well done. The music once again is fantastic. Creed 2 is a really good sequel to the first Creed. Michael B. Jordan gives another powerhouse performance as Adonis Creed. He is so good in this movie. Sylvester Stallone gives a terrific performance as Rocky Balboa, and he has a really good arc in the movie that I think ended his character's story very well. Tessa Thompson gives a fantastic performance as Bianca. Dolph Lundgren was tremendous as Ivan Drago. There was one scene in particular where him and Stallone were talking in a restaurant where he really impressed me with his performance. They also did a really good job of making you feel for Ivan Drago as a character when you learn of some of the behind the scenes drama going on with him and his son. The boxing scenes were very well done. They were also pretty intense. The movie is very well shot and very well directed. There were a lot of good emotional moments in this movie where I really felt for Adonis, and I liked the struggle he had to deal with in this movie. Creed 2 is one of the best films in the Rocky franchise. I really love this movie. For me, it's not as good as the first Creed, but it's still a worthy sequel. Rocky Balboa is a truly underrated movie in the Rocky franchise. This movie shouldn't be overlooked. It should get a lot more recognition for how good it is. Creed is the best movie in the Rocky franchise since the first one. Michael B. Jordan is absolutely terrific in this movie. This might be his best performance he's ever given. He was very, very intense and brought a lot to the role and made me care about his character. Sylvester Stallone gives his best performance as Rocky Balboa since the first one. There's also some really good dramatic stuff with him that I didn't see coming. I love the score by Ludwig Göransson, and the movie was incredibly well shot. Ryan Coogler did a tremendous job directing the movie. The fight scenes were amazing. There were a lot of long takes. One fight in particular was all done in one take, and that was unbelievably impressive. Rocky is one of the best films from the 1970s. Sylvester Stallone gives the best performance of his entire career in this movie as Rocky Balboa. Carl Weathers, Burgess Meredith, Talia Shire, and Burt Young are all terrific in the movie. The movie does a really good job of telling a dramatic story. The love story between Rocky and Adrian was done really well. This movie also contains one of the best movie theme songs of all time. The music in this movie is absolutely iconic. What can I say? Rocky is an absolute classic. This movie introduced us to one of the best movie characters of all time, and this movie definitely deserved to win Best Picture.